Remember that wonderful video that starred Prince Harry making his acting debut? You know, the one for Travelist. Of course, a lot of people criticised him, saying he wasn't a particularly good actor and he should possibly leave that to his wife Meghan Markle. But fast forward and there's a few problems looming regarding that ad. What are they? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London, 10 Downing Street today. Nice to have your company, and as ever, welcome on and all brand new subscribers. That particular ad, I don't know if you can remember it now, but you know, it was sort of meant to be a spoof, a fun ad to highlight, of course, the carbon footprint, the climate change, all that sort of stuff. You know, the type of thing that Prince Harry likes to talk about at length, doing many speeches, blaming everybody else, of course. My particular favourite was the one where he was asked about the use of private jets when he was over in the Netherlands a couple of years ago, and he said, well, I have to do it because I have to protect my family, meaning that the rest of us could go, well, you know, any which way we wanted, but he had to be in a private jet. A lot of people, of course, felt it was very strange then that he would head up a company all about sustainable travel. It's a very noble cause, and you know, a lot of people truly believe in it, and why not? We should all be more careful about what we're doing around the world, particularly with things like plastic and throwaway items. I'm not preaching here, it's just what you see, isn't it? Do you remember back in our day we used to have a thing called Keep Britain Tidy? I'm sure you had one in your country as well, wherever you were, and we used to have expeditions from school where we'd have to go into the countryside and pick up all the litter. You know, nothing is new, it just comes around. But of course, for Prince Harry starring in that ad, the one where apparently he was doing a comedy skit, well, it's now created a bit of a problem, and let me explain the reasons why. This ad, of course, was the focal point for a big campaign, particularly now that we're allowed to travel around the world. That is, of course, if you can get a flight out of London Heathrow, or you're not sleeping in the concourse for a few hours. I'm only pulling your leg, but you know what it's like. When we get our freedom back, then suddenly we're surrounded by strikes, aren't we? But now the company behind that, particularly Travelist, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, are very concerned about pushing this particular mantra, being fronted by Prince Harry. And obviously you can see the problem that they would have. There they are, really trying to push ahead with the fact that they're saying you should be more sustainable and of course travelling to the best of your ability to make sure that you don't increase your carbon footprint. But then, of course, these pictures emerged of how Prince Harry returned to the United Kingdom from, of course, California for the Platinum Jubilee. Not just any old plane, but an amazing plane, a private jet, allegedly with its own stateroom. So you can see for them how tricky this could be. Now, of course, you know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seemingly do love a private jet. After all, Sir Elton John loaned them his private jet a while back. And we've often seen, haven't we, people of big celebrity status, people like Leonardo DiCaprio flying in for particular conferences all about climate change in a private jet. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as celebrities are not alone. There's nothing new about it. But what's difficult and what's really hard for the people that they're now associating themselves with is, how does this pan out when your campaign is based on the person that's lecturing you really is taking private jets? And for Prince Harry, once again, and Meghan Markle, these are very tricky waters and very choppy waters to take on. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.